Well, happy Halloween, horror fanatics. Oh, your humble host is here, suffering a bit of depression, as you can see by my unkempt state. Oh, it's not just that Halloween is soon enough going to be over and I'll have to wait patiently for another 364 days, and then I'm going to have to put up with the onslaught of Yuletide craziness that grips this country for 2 straight months. But there's something else. You see, I'm in love. Yes, even cold, heartless, fanatical me has found love. But she doesn't know I exist. It's torture, I tell you. Her name is Batsy. Batsy Fonkrasi, a full-time haunt actress, makeup artist, and all-round gorgeous woman. But how could I be deserving of her? Look, isn't she just to die for? Literally. But she doesn't know I exist. Why? Why do you push me away when all I want to do is be close? And why do you keep closing your curtains? You know it obstructs my view. Or at least you do now. Oh, it's agony. It's pure agony. So the only way I could console myself is, of course, with a nice cold one. Okay, maybe just a little more than one. Okay, so on to the body of this video. I'm going to be reviewing a lot of pumpkin beers here. This will actually be a two-parter. The second half will be up tomorrow because I got a lot to get through tonight. And I also want to open my October horror pack. Shout out again to Mr. Meathook for turning me on to that. So I've got a little water to cleanse my palate here. I've got my trusty zombie bottle opener. Let's get to it. To start us off, we have Trick or Treat Chocolate Pumpkin Porter from Evil Genius Beer Company. I'm not sure what to expect with this one. There's really no legend here. Let's see. Ale brewed with cocoa, pumpkin, and spices. Personally, I don't think chocolate and pumpkin go so well together, but we shall see. Let's get a look at some color here. Whoa. That's like black as ink. Actually, you definitely you smell like chocolate. It's not like a Hershey bar kind of chocolatey smell, but you definitely get that. So let's give it a shot. Not bad, not bad. Doesn't have the metallic taste I was expecting with a lot of dark beers, but not getting any kind of pumpkin, any kind of spice at all. Really, actually, kind of watery. So no real hints of any pumpkin flavor at all. I wish I could say more, but it's just it's not indifferent from any other kind of dark beer you might find. There's nothing that makes it stand out at all. So, on to the next one. All right, so next we have Pumpkin Ale Schlafly of the St. Louis Brewery. Ale brewed with pumpkin and spices added cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove at 8.0% alcohol. Ooh, that's pretty strong for a beer. It's not a bad label, just nothing really makes it stand out to me. So we're gonna get right down to the nitty gritty. Get a look at that color. That's a little more what I expect from a pumpkin beer, you know. Just not dark, but not a pale ale. You can see a little bit of that spice infusion kind of floating around there. Oh, and you definitely smell the spices. That's the key thing with pumpkin spice, anything. It's not the pumpkin, it's the spice, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, the cloves, you know. That's what really kicks it up. Let's give it a shot here. That's definitely head and shoulders above the other one. You can taste the pumpkin. Spices, not quite so much. There's a little hint of it there, but not a whole hell of a lot. It certainly tastes like Halloween. On to the next one. Up next is River Horse Hip-O-Lantern Imperial Pumpkin Ale, brewed with pumpkin and spices from the River Horse Brewing Company of Ewing, New Jersey. Hey, my state. Scary place, I might add. How else do you think I became the way I am? I really do like this particular label. At least they've got a sense of humor about themselves. I think I may have had this once before, a year or two ago, but I could not tell you exact. So let's get a look at our color here. Oh yeah, yeah, this is definitely got that pumpkin beer look to it. Oh, and you smell the spices even more clearly than the last one. That's always a good sign in my eyes. What a pity the flavor doesn't hold up quite as well. It's not really shining through. And, I mean, the spice does not come out at all. It really just does not taste any distinct from any other, like, pale ale, like Yingling or even Rolling Rock, which is more watery than this, but it just doesn't stand out to me, which is disappointing. I was hoping for more from my home state. On to the next one. And our finale for tonight, Shipyard Pumpkinhead Brewing Company. This one has a little more prominence than some of the others. I've definitely seen this label around all over the place every year. I don't believe I've ever tried this one before. It is kind of a cool image, but just more reminiscent of the Headless Horseman, as if he needs any more coverage than he gets. So let's see our color here. And by the way, I do apologize that I'm skipping here, but I really don't think you would be entertained by just watching me wipe down my glass. Oh, that's not promising at all. It looks like pee. It's the color of really bad pee. Doesn't smell all that promising either. Oh, I'm dreading this already. Oh boy. The things I subject myself to. I'm sorry, that is weak. That is just really weak. It's like drinking water. There's no flavor here at all, no spice, no pumpkin, and hell, not even good water. This is like, you know, the tap water from Goonies, you know, just, it is not good. It's just not good. Shipyard, you fail me. So, now that our beer review portion is out of the way, let's move on to our October Fright Pack, Horror Pack, excuse me. And before I get onto that, I just want to issue a little warning to everyone. On top of this, I had signed a subscription for the 40 Times. Yes, I am a believer in cryptozoology. There will be videos about some of my favorite cryptid cases in the future. But I've been very let down by them because so far, my first issue was supposed to be sent to me in September. And now we're going into November. I've seen neither hide nor tails of it. And I have contacted their customer service. All I got was kind of a generic, oh, well, we're working on it message, and nothing since. And I would demand a refund if I thought I was actually going to get it. So here is Horror Pack for October. Let's see what we got. Hope you like the big knife. The Crocodile Dundee pissed himself. Through our plastic packaging here. All right, starting us off, I think I heard of this one already, Under the Bed. Let's see here. From the producers of VHS and VHS 2. Now that has some potential there, because I actually liked the first VHS. Unique, original. Obviously, the one that everyone thinks of was, I believe it was called Siren. No, that was the follow-up. The one with the succubus. I like you. So there is some potential in that, and let's face it, the monster under the bed, that's a fear that I think we never completely lose, even as adults. And I have occasionally had nightmares of just feeling something tugging on the bed linens and the sheets, almost like it was trying to pull me under, and oh. Well, this is a bit of a letdown. Spawn, the 90s version of Spawn. I saw this movie in theaters, and I was not a big reader of Todd McFarlane's Spawn comics, but even then, I knew that this was a total shitfest. Just races through what story I knew, really not any very good acting. Special effects were lousy, even by the 90s standards. And I actually recently revisited the Spawn animated series, which was on HBO. Now it's on Amazon Prime. Much better adaptation, but I gotta be honest, it was kind of depressing after a while. You know, you just start asking yourself, is this fucking city populated by nothing but perverts and pedos and mobsters? So I'm assuming it was set in LA then. Okay, what have we here? Horror Pack Limited Edition Blu-ray for whatever that is worth. The Zing! Okay, I know, it's The Crossing. But they could have been better about it. The Zing. When Hannah returns to her estranged father to piece together the circumstances of her mother's death, she discovers an ancient occult tool used by tantrics in India. Hannah's discovery unearths a deadly curse in the past which threatens to destroy her and around her. Well, that certainly was descriptive. Doesn't sound generic in the slightest. But nonetheless, I shall gladly try it. And here we have a double feature. Tragedy Girls and MFA. I can't claim to have heard of either of these, so I'm actually kind of curious. Let's see here. Tragedy Girls. Sadie and Michaela, two social media-obsessed best friends, kidnap an unambitious local serial killer and force him to mentor them into a modern horror legend as they use their online show about real-life tragedies to send their small town into a frenzy. That sounds like your basic exploitation crap. MFA, Francesca Eastwood, gives a breakout performance as an art student who is sexually assaulted at a party. Off to a great start there. After struggling to receive any support from her college to find justice and cope with her trauma, she impulsively confronts her attacker, a decision that has deadly repercussions. As she tracks down fellow rape survivors, an unlikely vigilante is born. So, Dexter with a vagina, then. But that is the October Horror Pack. Not as good as the last one. There's not looking like a lot of potential in this. But still, I am enjoying the subscription. I would highly recommend them. We'll see when I get my October Fright Crate. It's late, if you hadn't noticed. I certainly hope anyone else who is subscribing, all of you out there, got yours in time. That's one thing I miss about Horror Block. They were pretty damn timely, and their boxes were usually pretty generous with what they gave you. I have not had that experience with Fright Crate so far. But anyway, once again, a happy Halloween to all. I hope you have a happy, safe trick-or-treating experience. Stay tuned for the next part of my beer reviews. As always, eat, drink, and be scary, and enjoy.